Hello, welcome to another vlog. Ooh, somewhere nice, aren't we?
We are somewhere very nice.
We are at Lough Sweethorp Caravan Park, or Lough Sweethorp Lodge, I think. Put the search for sites thing up here for you. But what a flipping lovely place. You're probably wondering why I'm dressed like this. Well, there is a huge lough. They spell it the Irish way, L-O-U-G-H, I think. And then there's another massive one over there. And we are in sort of an undiscovered gem of Northumberland. We're right up the top of Northumberland. It is absolutely flipping stunning here. Ah, and this is what makes it even more stunning. Sammy's all encumbered with my camera because there's so much nature around here. It's flipping beautiful. And this is the little campsite. It's a little 5-pitch privately owned campsite. Water on every single stand and electric. Look at that. And we're the only ones here again. What a time to flip. I'm feeling a bit Billy No, mate, so what a time to travel. So at the moment, we've been told not to use the water because they run their water from a borehole. And every year you have to have it tested to make sure the water's potable, drinkable. And they're waiting for the test results to come back. I've got a full, I filled up at the last place. So I'm fine. But look at this. We're in the middle of flipping somewhere but nowhere, if you know what I mean. All these stone walls everywhere. Please do not drive vehicles onto the grass area or you will sink and not get off. That there behind the little wooden fence in front of Sammy is your toilet emptying. Bins next to it and some more fresh water. There you go, that's it. It's incredible, isn't it? Raven loves it here, didn't you, mate? Yeah, this is great. I know. Oh, God, drag me up here. It is a caravan, a motorhome club members site. But they might not ask you. You'll have to find out. But look at that, the moors go on for flipping miles here. The road we come in on, I'll put a bit of footage up now of that. The road we come in on was the longest straightest road I've ever flipping seen. It's almost like France, they're long and straight. This was a beautiful road to drive in on. But I believe this part of the world, or around here, gets very cold very quickly. Today, we're supposed to be getting a tail end of a storm that you've all had down south, if you're down south. It's nice. Apparently both these locks freeze solid really quickly in the winter. There's still loads of fungi about. I look like a couple of russulars there. A couple of russulars. Let's go and have a look, see what we can find. There are red squirrels around this area. Hence the reason Sammy's got the camera. So we'll see if we can find them, see what nature we can see. And I'll show you around this beautiful little area. Good to use, aren't I? Right, today, when I was 50, quite a few years ago, 5 years ago, Sammy bought me some all-fish fly fishing stuff. So I'm not rigged and ready today. She bought me some all-fish fly fishing stuff. Unfortunately, COVID hit. And I spent my birthday in my front room, 50th birthday, being Mr. Miserable in my front room. And we couldn't go anywhere. So about 2 years, I couldn't flipping fly fish with this lot. So I'm just getting used to fly fishing with it. But look at that. Apparently in this lake as well, in this lough, a big pike. Now pike season doesn't start till the 1st of November. But there's big pike in there apparently. There's not in the other lock because the other lock runs down into this lock. And apparently there's no pike in the top lock. Now the guys that run this place, Lisa and Anthony, are flipping lovely. Well, nice people. Anthony is a world-class fisherman. What he doesn't know about fly fishing isn't worth knowing. He's won loads of competitions, yada yada yada. But I went to a fishing competition on Woodland Walk a couple of weeks ago, and Lisa, his wife, comes second. He's not happy, but she won. She kept it in the team. But there's so much wildlife around here. Let me show you. What's he gone after? He's seen something. Come here, you Wally. Let me show you where they live. And there's a few little facilities around here. A few little facilities. What's that? Oh, there's a bolete. That looks like a birch bolete, that one. Still a few fungi poking through. That'll be gone now. What happens is with fungi is you get a fungus gnat attack the stem. They bore in, go up into the cap and eat the cap. So, no, in a survival situation, you'd eat them. What's Sammy found? Sammy's found some puffballs. Now these are puffballs. Tap it. There you go. Can you see the spores coming out? And that's how they get about. They're the seeds. Spores are seeds. So you've got puffballs and earth balls. Earth balls are inedible and black in the middle and smell like burnt rubber. They're horrible. Puffballs are white in the middle, turning gradually yellow till they get to brown to sporing, and they have these little holes in the top, so when the rain hits them, the spores eject, and they're edible. Mark told you this before, but every blacksmith shop had a puffball hanging in it, usually a giant puffball if they could get hold of them, because they've got antibacterial and antimicrobial properties, if I remember rightly. And also, when they go to spore, you can pick out the fluffy brown matter inside and use it as a patch to stem bleeding if you cut yourself. There you go. Interesting. We've got more rustlers here. That one there. Now, some rustlers are edible. They're what's known as a brittle gill. They've got really white gills. But you have to cook quite a few foraged fungi in a specific manner to make them edible, such as beefsteak fungus that you'll find on an oak. You have to cook it for a certain amount of time, change the water to make it edible, otherwise it's very bitter, full of tannins. Obviously it grows on an oak. Same with russula, but it's very peppery. There's one you can't eat, which I think is called the sickener, which is really red. And they used to use that to induce vomiting back in the olden days. There's another one now. That looks very much like a bolete. Now boletes, or the boletus family, they don't have the little gills. They have little pores, little tiny dotty holes everywhere underneath the cap. And there's a couple of them you can't eat, and also the blue staining ones, when you cut them in half they can stain blue, and that's oxidisation. Now some of those you have to cook for a certain amount of time, 10-15 minutes before you can eat them. So fungi, learn the ones that can kill you first, like the destroying angel and the death cap, both of which are in our country. Once you've had a quarter of a cap, maybe not even that much of a death cap, that's your lot. Firstly, you become ill, start vomiting, become really sick. Then you start getting better. You think, oh, I feel alright now. Then your whole body shuts down. It starts shutting down all your internal organs. There's no coming back from it. Cooking does not stop, or doesn't kill off that poison, that toxin in that fungi. Not very good for you. Anyway, this is where the guys live. Have a look at this business. Look at that. It's flipping lovely. Right, oh, let me pick that up. This is getting on my nerves. That there is a little common room. Now you can come and fish this on a day fishing permit. Men's toilets, I think that's the ladies' toilets on the side. But that's where the guys live there. Bloody lovely. Look at that. Spot on. And that's like a little common room for the fishermen on the end. But you pay at the house. There's your caravan site symbol. Let's catch and release here. Oh, there's a little doggy. Look. Oh, look. Dressed up as a bat. Who's that? Raven. Look at her. Isn't she lovely? Hello. Hello, darling. You're dressed up as a bat. How cute is that? Oh, dear. Come here, Raven. Oh, dear. Right. Look at this. Wow. Little weir that runs into that lock. Now you can hire boats here as well. Someone out on one there. Look at that. It's our boathouse. So you can hire a boat here, I suppose. Even if you didn't want to fish, you'd probably hire a boat out and go for a paddle. But this is a massive lock, this one. Look, there's someone out there at the moment on the lock, on a boat. Look at that house. Stunning, isn't it? But we're just going to go for a walk around the lake now. Show you about. I did have a bit of a fish down there yesterday, but disastrous. But I've got a bit of intel. Buzzers. I'm fishing a buzzer today, which is like the pupal stage of flies, etc. And they move up and down in the water column, and it's trouts or fishies' most stable food all the way through the year. And that's what they're taking this time of year. They're not rising to a fly at the moment. There's no emergencies. And by emergencies, I don't mean a panic, but an emergence of a particular fly, which is where the skill of fly fishing comes from, because you have to choose the fly that matches what food is emerging from the water and landed on the top of the water. That's part of the skill. Right, let's go and have a look up here. Right, we're across that causeway now between the two locks. You can walk round this way. It's a bit boggy, and I'm not going to do it today. Tomorrow's supposed to be a bit better weather, so I might take the camera, not bother fish, just take the camera and have a walk round there, see if I can see some red squirrels. So at the moment, I've just put my mic on, by the way, because it's getting a bit huffy puffy here now. It's getting a bit windy. There's lots of different trees in here. You've got larch up there, that one that's going yellow. It's a coniferous tree which loses its needles. Oh, there's another nice fungi there, look. That's a red stem bolete, one of the bolete families. But anything sort of red in the stem can be dodgy. There is a bolete called the devil's bolete, and if you cut down a stem, it goes red. There's a red tongue-shaped mark in the stem. That's not edible. I don't know every fungus. I sort of know what ones you can eat and what ones you can't. But if you don't know, if in doubt, leave it out, is the saying. Because around, that looks like a slippery jack there, which is another type of bolete. But in amongst all this lot, there's a lot of fungi here. There's another couple over there, look. I don't know what they are. I might have to have a good route round here tomorrow. Oh, they don't look like, they look a bit dodgy, them ones. I'll have to have a good route round here tomorrow, if the weather's nice. As I said, we're waiting for this storm to blow in, and it's blown in late here, which means we might get it tomorrow. What a beautiful area. It's flipping stunning. I'll go and have a good look around that loch tomorrow. Take the camera, see what we can see. But there we go, that's the larch. These paler ones, on the needles will fall off of them. Where next to these pines, they won't fall off. Right, let's go and have a look down here. Absolutely bloody beautiful. It's really quiet as well. Just see the wind rustling through the leaves. I'm going to have a little fish down here. Look at that. That's us over there. So we walked around this top half of this little loch now. We're going to walk all the way around this one. And I might take you for a little wander around the other one tomorrow. But I wanted to show you here because this is the sort of place you can come to. Probably in the summertime you can book. This is open all year, this campsite. Now I thought it closed in October. On Google it tells you that it's closed. It's not flipping closed, it's open. But apparently they can't get into the Google thing to change it, which is a shame. But it's open all year. They've actually got people turning up Christmas Eve to have Christmas there, which is nice. Nice having a Christmas away in the van. We've had a few in Scotland, haven't we? Flipping beautiful. Let's have a look down here. I'm going to have a couple of casts. See if I can't snag myself up in the bushes. So here we go. We're over there still. And here are a couple of fishing lodges that you can rent out. Stunning. There we go. So you can rent these out. Just so I try to get things in my videos. Everyone's got a flipping van. You might want to come here and just chill out. Phone signals here says is absolutely toilet, so bring a book. But you could come here, rent one of these little lodges out, bring a book, have a fire on, a couple of bottles of red wine. Perfect. Look at that. There we go. Cottage 1, cottage 2. They've been stunning, isn't it? And you've got all this to look out over. That beautiful lake. Lough. Puckeray. A little slice of heaven. There we go. Ink cap. Lovely. Right, we're going to have a little wander back now. Go and get something to eat. And then I'm going to come out and have a little wander. Right, so I've just noticed these. These are rustlers, brittle gills, which are edible. Let me see if I can get in here. Hoo, hoo. Oh, now that, next to that, is not a rustler. That's a fly agaric. And that's what they used to use for, let's just put it, hallucinogenic purposes. I think that one there is a young fly agaric because it hasn't burst through the veil yet. These little white dots on it are particles of the veil where it comes up through the ground. I think that's a young one. That's a nice one, that is. And they grow up through a bulb. So when you're collecting fungi, you have to be careful because when it rains, those spots will wash off and it will look like that. That's edible, believe it or not, if cooked correctly. And that you really want to steer clear from. Won't kill you. Probably make you see some unicorns and bits and bobs, but it won't kill you. But that, you shouldn't be eating if you don't know what you're doing. or if you don't want to see Father Christmas flying through the air on his reindeer. Right, come out for a little walk, uncumbered. I've left Sammy back in the van. She's making a really lovely doll, crocheting it. It's flipping lovely. She'll probably show you that on one of her videos. I think she's going to YouTube video that because it's really nice. And she got the thing off of Temu. It's really good value for money. Not that I know anything about flipping crocheting. And Raven's in there as well because I'm out looking around. Look at this. Looking around seeing what I can see. Now there are red squirrels here apparently. There's a lot of signs as you come down the road, slow red squirrels crossing. So, you never know, you might see them. And there's also still a lot of fungi about. So I'm going to have a look, see what I can see. There's a lot of honey fungus about this year for some reason. I don't know why, obviously a good year for growing. But lots of the Facebook pages that are for fungi foraging, they're all saying it. God, there's a lot of, let's go down here. There's a lot of honey fungus around. And there we go. Obviously there is. However, I haven't seen any here, weirdly enough. Oh, before I forget, Bobby Chapman, thanks so much, mate. You know why. Thanks for supporting my channel. You're a flipping superstar. Also, Shirley and Steve Divine, the Divines. Happy flipping 60th birthday. Both of you. It's an expensive month this month, isn't it, for us all? There's so many of us born in October. There we go. And they're 60. Happy flipping days. Happy birthday, guys. Sorry I didn't get it out quicker, but I'm a couple of videos in front. Anyway, they've got a YouTube channel. Pop over and subscribe to them. What the Divines did. There we go. Happy days, guys. So I'm just going to have a little mooch around here now. Trying to find a little footpath. Is that a footpath or a ditch? There we go, there's a bit of a footpath up here. This is tough fishing here. Tough fishing. You need buzzers. I think I've got one. I need to have a stock up on my buzzers. Also, I spoke to a couple of chaps. They was out here all day. It's cold now, so the fish go down and stop feeding so much. But they was out on the boat all day. And I think they caught one between them. There we go. Look at them poxy things there. Look, here he goes. Look at them. Flipping, what an eyesore. What an absolute eyesore. Said, why would you put these across your beautiful countryside? It's just ugly and an eyesore. There's much better ways of creating electricity. More efficient than them poxy things. They look absolutely horrible. They put one outside my window in my office years back. It was quite interesting watching it go up. But as the flipping turn thing goes round, the sun went behind it and it was like a flipping stroboscopic effect in my flipping office. Oh, the right moan up. Got moved. Flipping joke. What if you're epileptic? Anyway, we're having a look around this lovely little bit of countryside. I found a little path, so I'm going to have a stroll up it. I'm looking up in the air to see if I can find the red squirrels, because they like being high up in a canopy. It's a big area, and they're few and far between. So, you never know. I've not seen any sign yet. There we go. That looks like that could have been a fly agaric. It's just really washed out. Look at it. Could have been. There's another one that looks like that, panther cap. The Amantia family were a pretty suspect old bunch. What have we got here? That's another bolete. As I said, I'm no expert when it comes to fungi, but I know a few. I know enough to get me a feed and stop me from dying. It's stunning around these parts. Really beautiful area. Now the next campsite we're going to is just up the road, not too far away. Not too far away. So we should be all right getting there. But this area, if anyone's ever been to Sweden, This is pretty much on the same stretch of land before it all broke up as Sweden, from here upwards into Scotland. So that there, for all intents and purposes, if you used to go to Sweden, you'd pretty much see views like this. And there we go, more witches' knots, these little balls. See them all forming here in the tree? And that's a witch's knot. Go back in the other video that I just made and I'll tell you all about them. But there's a lot of rustlers here. That's possibly a charcoal burner, that one. There's quite a few different colours of the brittle gills. There's another one there. Oh, it's a bit brass monkeys today. Weird old weather yesterday. When we got back from the walk, all of a sudden the wind kicked up. The van was going like that, it started flipping raining. It rained all night pretty much. But then this morning we woke up, nice and sunny. And all of a sudden, wallop, it's got cold again. I love walking around places like this. That looks like sulphur tuft, that one. Now there's two, there's honey fungus and sulphur tuft. The sulphur tuft is not edible, I might have already said this, but it's got a sulphurous yellow coloration to its cap. Got to be very careful of those. Oh, that looks like that could be a squirrel drove through there. I like to mix it up a bit. I thought I'd give you a bit of nature today. Oh, right, some deer scat there. Deer poo. A crotty. A crotty is a clump of deer poo, and one individual deer poo is a fumet. And there's another one of them brittle gills there. There's quite a few fungi about. Now, if you're looking for fungi, head towards big old trees like silver birch, beech, oak. They're usually the ones that you'll find some tasty tidbits under. Oh, it's cold. But you can't beat walking through a little forest like this. Little patch of woodland. It's lovely. Especially when you're out in the wind. It's a bit breezy. So the next campsite we're going to is about 35 minutes, 40 minutes up the road, up that big long straight road, heading up to the Scottish borders. So we're going to leave here around about midday tomorrow and then take you up there and show you around there, because that's in the Kielder Forest. And usually when we come up these parts, all the campsites are shut. Let's go through it. All the campsites are flipping shut, because most of them shut at the end of October. But this particular, we're going to get there, sorry, before the end of October. And then we're going to start sort of scooting, heading down country, because we've got to be somewhere on about the 21st to 22nd. So we're going to head down for that. Look at it. And it actually, you can smell, it smells mushroomy around here. What a beautiful smell. Right over there, I think I can see some birch polypore in a tree, some bracket fungi. The birds are singing, and I am freezing. Oh well, no squirrels. But they are here. I've just been chatting to Anthony. Top lad. They do a bit of fishing gear in here, which I didn't flipping know. Should have known really. But they do flies and stuff like that in here. Gink, which is the stuff that makes your flies float or sink. All sorts of stuff in there. Loads of different flies. And Anthony ties most of them. He's a fly tyer. What an interesting bloke. Such a nice fella. And he was telling me, you're going to like this, there's flipping ospreys that nest just over the back of the lake. Guess who's coming back here in the flipping summer? Oh my God, he said he sits there most days watching the ospreys. They're teaching the young to swoop and trail the water looking for fish. I flipping love it here. The toilets and showers are quite nice, clean. There's gents and ladies there. But what a nice bloke. They're both off out tonight. I think they're going to go and see ACDC. Happy days. Have a lovely time, guys. Thanks very much for your hospitality. And I've just been chatting to Anthony, as I said, and he's wised me up on a few flies. Wised me up, sort me out a few flies and that. Bought some flies. Top man. I still probably won't catch naffle, but it's nice to have the flies and the possibility of actually catching something. Anyway, let's go and see what Sammy's up to. I've had a nice walk. Not seen no squiggles. But there we go. You don't always see what you want to see, do you? Right, let's go and see what she's up to. Horrible, isn't it?
Pants.
It's pants. Pants o'clock weather. However, I found a pucker place to go. So I'm just going to connect from the electricity and then we're off. Happy days. It's only about 20 odd minutes up the road and it does involve food. Oh, I couldn't believe it when I found this place. I was so happy. Another Sunday. Pucker. Anyway, I'm going to do my jobs. So what I'll do before I leave anywhere, I'll check all the lights, the tyres, the back, make sure everything's locked up, and obviously disconnect from electricity. I have seen someone drive off a campsite with that still attached many moons ago, and it just doinked out the flipping plug socket. I think he actually dragged the plug socket up. Everyone was shouting at him. But there we go. We all make mistakes. Anyway, this place is flipping beautiful. I hope you enjoyed that video. It was just like showing you around here, really, and a bit of nature. Which is what I like doing. So there we go. We're definitely coming back here. As I said, this is open all year, this place. And it's magnificent. The people that run it are flipping lovely. The only thing is, in the winter, when it gets very, very cold, as I said, these lakes freeze over. So unless you like fishing for a little hole in the ice, which you can't do here anyway, it's just a place of beauty. You can take your dog for a walk. Crisp and untouched. Pucker. Anyway, you take care, you stay safe and stay sane, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh, I'm going to say it. Don't forget to hype this video. Like everyone else's. What else are they going to flipping do, YouTube, eh? And apparently when you hype something, you can only do it on a tablet or a mobile phone. You go to where the comments is, there's two little dots underneath that. You slide it to the left and it comes up with a hype button. You just press that. If it does any good, it all goes towards this flipping algorithm. That's why everyone goes, please subscribe, please like, please share, please hype, please, 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 please. Nowadays. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. Check if you're subscribed, because when you go, 75% of you watch on a television. And if you subscribe on a device and then go onto your telly and watch for a certain amount of months, it unsubscribes you. Flipping great, YouTube. Yeah, one of my videos I've just done, I scheduled it to put it up at 9 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. I was going to go, wasn't I? Put it up at 9 o'clock on a Sunday, monetised it. Don't get a lot of money from my videos anyway. But I monetised it. It changed it to 9 o'clock in the evening, and I flipping double checked it and Sammy checked it. And also, I didn't put no adverts in it. Which I don't really care either, to be fair. But it's a flipping pain in the arse. Get a grip, YouTube. Right, I'm getting soaking wet. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Tatty bye. Oh, flipping hell. Right, let's get unplugged.